Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 15th of November 2020. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm going to use the Sacred India Tarot again for today's reading. But before I start, there is a significant event happening today. Astrologically, we have a new moon in Scorpio happening on Sunday the 15th. So I've made a separate video on that, where I go into quite a lot of detail. Have a look at that if you're interested. But let's see what the cards have to say about Sunday the 15th, because the cards always have their own unique take on things. So let's see what wisdom the tarot wants to impart here and what it wants you to know for Sunday. So let's have a look. First card, we've got the Tower. Wow. The Tower is a very dramatic tarot card. Next, we've got more conflict, the Five of Wands. All right. And finally, Justice. Wow. Okay. The Tower is the 16th card of the Major Arcana, and it is about major disruption and major upheaval. Here we've got an archer, and again it looks like Shiva to me, but it could be Arjuna, so excuse me if I'm getting the people wrong, but it's an archer firing an arrow through all of this mess, these obstacles, and into this divine realm, and really breaking everything up. Got people walking away because they're being affected by all this upheaval. And he's acting from fear. He's got this moon there right in front of his face, so it's clouding his judgment. So the Tower is usually about the structures in your life being blown up. So either it's something that usually gives you security that's been in your life for a long time that becomes a little bit unsettled. It could be changes in your relationship, anything that's been in your life for a long time. It could be a change to the way you feel, or your plans, or the security you get from family members, or a change in your pay, although it's Sunday, that's unlikely. What's interesting about this card and this deck is that he's actually causing this upheaval, and usually the Tower is like an act of God. It's usually lightning striking a tower, so totally out of your control. You can't predict it, you don't know when lightning is going to strike, right? And that really blows things up for you, and you have to kind of scramble to deal with those, the fallout from all that upheaval. In this deck, it's caused by the Self. He actually aims the arrow and blows this up. So the power is with you. You're not just waiting for lightning to strike and to make your life unsettled. What you're doing is you're pointing your arrow at a structure in your life that you no longer want to be there. You want to evict the people who are making you miserable, and you want to blow it up so you can be free and you can get on your horse and gallop off. That is highlighted and confirmed and kind of said doubly by the next card, which is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is about conflict, but usually it's trivial conflict, and it's boys playing and testing each other's boundaries, testing their strength, their talents, and engaging in conflict as a form of play and a way to grow and to find what you're good at. Here, we've got a young man, and he's pointing it at this huge kind of demon. It reminds me of David and Goliath, just because of the sizings and the odds are so uneven. So David in the Bible is this little guy, and he throws a rock at Goliath, who's the giant, and he's able to actually win a fight that seemed unwinnable. And here we've got a similar scene. I mean, this, whatever this creature is going to make mincemeat out of this little kid if he didn't have a bow and arrow. And then we've got this white monkey here kind of pointing his finger and saying, hold on, I've got more arrows, I'm backing you up. White is often a symbol of purity. So your own sense of self is going to say disrupt, stand up for yourself regardless of what the odds are. It's the right thing to do. And even if you don't win, keep trying, because you have to be honest and true to yourself. So if the obstacles seem insurmountable, that's actually a good sign that you're on the right track. So if it seems like, oh my God, there's no way out of this and it's just all impossible and I can't, you really get to a great place of surrender and saying, well, I don't have any control over what's going on and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So let me go back to myself and be truthful at least. The only thing I have control over is what I feel to be right, whether it's fear-induced or not. I've got to be honest and I've got to act with integrity if I'm ever going to overcome these things which seem insurmountable and which I don't even seem to have access to. So unless he can fly, he can't get up into the sky, can he? But he sends this spiritual arrow to destroy something that's immaterial. So the impossible is possible. And if you look at the day like that, and really all you focus on is, am I being authentic to me? Then we get to the Justice card, which is about cause and effect. And sometimes, and I always say this, but sometimes the odds are really stacked against you and you can work your little behind off and you can achieve Zippo. And sometimes you barely lift a finger and the work just pours out of you and you create a whole new empire. Today, we've got the sign of Libra there, the scales. We've got perfect balance. So if you're authentic and true to yourself, then you're going to get a result which is honest and true to yourself. And because listening to your inner voice means you're able to overcome insurmountable obstacles, the effect is exactly that you're able to solve problems today that you thought were unsolvable. You're able to overcome issues and situations and problems in your life that you thought you had no power or control over, and it was just impossible. So let's say you were born in a very religious family and you live in the Sudan and you feel like you're never going to get out of there and that you have no options. By listening to your inner voice that says, don't despair, keep trying to get out of here, regardless what the odds are and what the options are. The cards are saying that on this day, you're really being supported by the universe, and anything that has been impossible in the past becomes possible. The odds are really even, and if you make this superhuman attempt and effort to overcome things you never thought possible, then the outcomes can be beyond your wildest dreams. Because you're doing something superhuman, so the universe is going to give you an outcome that is super, it's beyond anything that you could have ever expected. Now, Libra is also a symbol that represents connection and leaving yourself and connecting with something bigger than you. And in this case, we've got this figure in yellow with some ropes here, and he's got his arm up, and he seems like someone who has a lot of power and who's welcoming you into his kind of realm to experience something beyond your wildest dreams. We've got these two giant trees opening up a doorway into a world that is completely shrouded in mystery. You have no idea what that's going to be like. So this is a bridge between your own doubts and fears, saying I can't do this, and this card says actually you can. Just fake it to make it. You get the outcome that you want, and this whole world that you never thought possible opens up to you, and you gain entry in it, and it is your future. And it's a whole different future. So you're really able to leave something behind that has plagued you for decades. This is really an amazing reading, and it taps into the same energy that I tapped into when I did the video on the new moon in Scorpio. So if you want more information about this day, have a look at that video. Number-wise here, we've got 16 and 5 is 21, and 8 is 29, 2 and 9 is 11. 11 is the master number of service. And again, I mentioned that in the other video, but by really being authentic to yourself and doing what you feel you must do, you have no idea how helpful that's going to be to other people. You're going to inspire other people to believe in themselves. You showing that you can overcome your problems will demonstrate to other people that they can do the same for themselves. So you're not being of service by working as a nurse or giving out food, although that will be service work. But the main thing to serve and to serve yourself and other people is to really, really be true to yourself and to take difficult actions. And that's going to serve your life by making it magical and completely new. And it will give other people the courage to do the same for themselves. Or at least it will show them that it's possible. So you can be a role model for other people today. Have an amazing day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, just click on the button to order your reading with me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.